And hey folks, how you doing? Durinde back with you again, and we're continuing our Let's Play of Whispers with the Machine, Whispers of the Machine, and of course we're playing through the analytical route. Now, you may have been asking yourself, what's this about, like the different types of routes? It's explained if you have the tutorial tooltips enabled, which I don't for this playthrough. What it is that there's three different kind of aspects that you can, oh, here we go, three different aspects that you kind of tap into as you're playing the game. So there's the empathetic path of Balder, there's the assertive path of Tyr, and there's the analytical, the path of Frigg. And my first playthrough, I went with the empathetic path, so that was kind of off-air and me just kind of playing through the game. So now I'm doing this analytical playthrough, and if you're ever wondering where you're sitting on which path, well, if you click on the little triangle here and you click on the question mark, it will tell you. So like I said, I've been going the analytical route, so this little dot starts in the center, but it moves as you make decisions. So just a heads up there. So we just came out of the workshop here where we kind of investigated a murder. We didn't find out too much. We just found out that the person who was murdered, they went to a area where there was a specific type of plant. I forget the name of the plant right now because it's been like 3 or 4 days since I did my last recording. So hopefully you're going to notice that the video quality is improved in this one, and hopefully the audio quality has improved as well. So anyway, here we are. We are in the town, which I can't remember the name of right now, again, because it's been a few days. So we came up this elevator up from the train. If you remember last episode, we came in on a train. So here we are in town, and we were given directions to the police station, which is apparently off to the right. So I'm pressing space right now, which brings up all the hotspots, which is super useful in an adventure game. If you ever played any adventure games in the 90s, there's a term called pixel hunting where people get stuck on screens because they didn't know that something was a hotspot or they could click on it. So this helps out a lot. You see it a lot in a more modern designed adventure games. So let's talk to this worker here. We have a downed telephone pole, so let's see what that's about. Oh, I clicked on the wreck instead.
Hey, what's happening here? Bit of an electrical problem with some fallen power lines. It's being taken care of, but it'll be a while.
So I can't enter the museum?
Well, you can, but only if electrocution is something you enjoy during working hours.
What if I enjoy electrocution off working hours? Maybe it's a personal hobby of mine. No. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Electrocution, that's so funny. Yeah, so when can you have this fixed? That seems kind of the empathetic route. Will there also be incineration? I prefer my electrocution. What caused it? Seems like the analytical route, so I'm going to click on that.
What caused it? Did someone mess up, or was there some kind of environmental damage?
Well, we've had a windy week. An old tree fell down and ripped down a major power line. It's in a tricky spot, and due to how the grid is built up, I can't cut the power safely without affecting half the town.
Sounds like a flawed design. Is that typical for electrical grids these days?
Not really. This power grid is quite old, constructed shortly after the collapse. That meant they had to improvise. They couldn't just clone existing power systems at the time, since those were reliant on service robots with negligible safety concerns. So yeah, now I'm paying the price. The whole thing is riddled with hacks and workarounds, each one more dangerous than the next.
I see. I don't envy such a hazardous work environment. How long will it take you to fix?
Hard to say, but it should be done by tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks.
So yeah, we're not going to get into the museum. That's going to be a spot for us to go a little bit later. Let's just check our little thing, see if it's changed. I think we have moved down a little bit more into the analytical side of things. We also have a policeman, so let's talk to him.
Hello, Deputy. What are you guarding?
The residence of the first murder. The commissary told me to direct you to his office before going.
That is definitely the voice of Dave Gilbert. If you've played a lot of the more recent point-and-click adventure games, Dave's kind of the heavy hitter in terms of adventure game studios. He has Wadidai Games. They released he released the Blackwell series, which was like a 5 or 6 game series, and they released Unavowed earlier this year, which was a major release. So Dave, I think he works from time to time with different productions and setting up voice work and stuff like that. So yeah, if you played any of the more recent kind of point and click adventure games, especially if they've been done with AGS, there's a good chance that Dave's voice will show up, because he likes to put himself into the game, which there's nothing wrong with. I'll probably do the same thing if I ever buckle down and actually release another game.
Alright, so this is the town square. That building with the emblem must be the police station.
Okay, so let's take a look around. So we have a canteen, we have a scola, we have a sculpture, a clinic, a propeller. We could go north, we could go to the police station, or we could go east. Let's just take a look at the propeller.
Like a small wind turbine for electricity.
I thought it was a big fan. I always wanted a big fan. So yeah, the game's guiding us towards the police station, so let's head there.
I'm surprised the Bureau got their thumb out of their ass.
Ooh,
It's not like they
language
find
lady.
what's on the map.
I, for one, am grateful for their help. From what I hear, the person they sent was young, quite capable.
Optimistic as always, eh, Kurt? I guess we'll see. Agent Anglin, we've been expecting you.
Councilwoman, I was told you'd be my bureau contact here.
That's correct. I'm Stina Ruth. And this here is Kurt Anderson, police commissary.
Welcome, Agent. Enjoy your trip to the middle of nowhere?
It was a bit bumpy, and way longer than I expected.
Yeah, the train has seen better days. You'll find your luggage in your quarters, just through the door behind you.
Thanks. I'll check it out later.
So, you were probably confused as hell when we sent you straight to a crime scene, right?
Kind of. I thought I was supposed to investigate a murder from last week.
You were. But unfortunately, a second killing required your urgent attention. I assume there is some bureau procedure before I brief Agent England about the situation?
Yes. Why don't you head to your office, and I'll send this youngling on her merry way when we're done.
Very well. It was a pleasure to meet you, Agent.
Likewise.
If I'm a youngling, I'm hopefully Anakin Skywalker's not going to show
Only
up.
to me as overseer of this district. The local police are at your disposal since they're legally required to aid you in the investigation.
Got it. How would you like me to share my findings with you?
Face to face in the evenings. The
I was
balcony
kind of
is
hoping that she was going to go the interpretive dance route, but hey, we'll take it.
I'll go talk to the commissary.
good. I'll catch up with you. Oh, but I have to ask. Tell me, how was it?
That's a very personal question.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. We've both done it.
Oh, you mean the augmentation?
Oh, augmentation. I thought she was talking about something else.
Scientific terms, are we? Back in my time, we used to just call it taking a deal. Come on, let this old lady live a little. Tell me, how was your first kiss with the
Okay, so again, we're going to go try to get analytical. So, a sense of enlightenment and acute awareness washed over me, a crystal clear lucidity that I'd never felt before. It seems kind of analytical. It was like a sudden rush, filling my limbs and body, followed by a sense of power and determination. Suddenly, it's Undertale, or I felt a sense of belonging. That's definitely empathetic. Rush kind of seems to sort of... Enlightenment does seem analytical, so let's go with that.
A crystal clear lucidity
I remember that moment like it was yesterday. And I wouldn't give to feel like that again. No side effects, I hope. We wouldn't want you to get compromised in dangerous situations.
Not yet, but I know what to look out for. Mild hallucinations, nightmares, burning sensations in the limbs, the occasional migraine. Things like that.
Yeah.
Why is
that's
it always
totally
burning
reasonable.
sensations?
All right. I think you're good to go then. We shouldn't keep the commissary waiting.
All right. That's the commissary Anderson. And if you haven't noticed, I mean, the game kind of has a Nordic type feel. We have like the ruins, names like Anderson, stuff like that. So I don't know if that was a deliberate decision, but I definitely feel kind of that Nordic influence. Can we get some coffee? We have a thermos.
A thermos, presumably filled with coffee.
All right, let's stick our hand in it.
A thermos.
Or not. We have a coffee maker. Can we make coffee? Yes, we can.
Damn good coffee.
All right, we have a seat.
Nah,
I can't take the seat. Darn it. All right, so there's our quarters. What's this doorway? Of course I know. I've played this before, but I just kind of want to explore a little bit just you guys. So there's a jail cell here, which I'm assuming that we're going to run into a little bit later in the game. Do we want to go to our quarters? Can we? Yes, we can. Okay, what do we have? We have a filing cabinet. Let's check that out.
There's the bottle of molding resin. Might be useful.
It's what I keep in my underwear drawer, molding resin. A small robot.
Looks purely decorative.
Okay, decorative robot. Who doesn't have one of those? We can't make love in the elevator. We have a potted plant. Can we
Nice
pick the
big
fruit?
one. Small
It's a
berries
lemon.
would grow to that size under these conditions.
How about those lemons? Can we go to bed?
No, I'm not.
And I'm assuming we can't cook.
Maybe later.
All right. Not too much, but we did need to pick up that resin for a point a little bit later in the game. Let's go talk to Mr. Anderson. It's quite the chair swivel.
Yes, please.
Maya Strack, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry. So either the entrance was open, or she would let him in herself.
Or the killer actually was a ghost.
Anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it, if you want to have a look. It lived upstairs.
Noted. The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we have the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
Sydney will check with me before clearing out, sort of here. Okay. This seems kind of questioning and analytical, so I'm going to go with that. I'm kind of getting the feeling that the bottom choice is always the analytical one.
Marianne Holst and the town council, 5 members. Technically, they can't interfere with our work, but they do allocate resources to the police department. So I tried to appease them where I can.
So they can't fire you if they disagree with your methods?
No, I'm independently elected, but they certainly have ways of making my life a living hell.
Got it. Thanks for the info. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue. Dr. Pearson, physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
Okay, so we got some more notes. All right, let's ask this guy about all the things.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
I wouldn't say so. He and my son were playmates as children, but they grew apart in their teens. I haven't talked to Carl myself in many years.
What do you think of Gabriel?
My nephew is a fine officer. He's a law and order kind of person. Stern and fair.
Well, law enforcement runs in the family.
I wish, but so far Gabriel and I are the only ones. I've been trying to get my son to join the force for years. All he cares about is girls and fishing. Suppose it could be worse. Stealing some fresh trout every night.
Girls and fishing sounds like a country music song. Mystery
I'm
Woman.
looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about it?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on the car. But it's damaged, and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. It If you have any kind of personal information, address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
No. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Me? Oh, I've been doing this job for 15 years. Took over when the previous commissary died. Married with 3 children. Anita, my youngest, is off studying science in the city. Counting the days to Christmas.
Not any particular science like biology or physics or anything. She's just studying science. Stina Ruth.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth?
I respect her. She's a competent politician. Gets things done. Unlike some of the other people. Sure, she has a temper, and she's not the most tactful person, but calls out bullshit when she sees it. When I'm right, she has my back. And when I'm wrong, she won't be a rebel in my sweet ignorance.
Did you know Miles Street?
Not at all. Museums aren't my cup of tea. I prefer to not dwell in them.
Yes, saffron. That was the type of plant that we're looking for.
Saffron is grown anywhere in Nordson?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room you moved the workshop?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in yours.
I'm just going to sit here in this chair for the entire game and judge you. Alright, I think we've done everything. Can I show him my molding resin?
I don't need to show.
What about my key?
Any idea of what this opens?
My heart.
Nope, not a clue.
Handwritten notes.
Not sure. But if you need to know when somebody came to town, I'd suggest looking in the citizen's record.
Right. I might do that if I could figure out who wrote this note. Do you know who the woman in this picture is?
No idea, sorry.
Alright, that's... I haven't looked at this photo yet, so I'm going to do that.
That's all I needed.
Very well.
So you can see what it actually
My
is.
picture of Alex. I miss him.
So, Alex was obviously our beau previously. I don't think we can get anything from the files right
The
now.
drawers labeled address. These should come in handy. I'll be able to match a name to an address, or vice versa. Let's have a look.
Boo-boo. Can we look up Maha?
Yeah, this just confirmed. I don't think I need to look. I don't think... Not a bad idea. As expected. I don't think I need...
Just gonna cross everything off. I don't think they have an address for Saffron, but yeah. So yeah, until I get some more information, I can't look up any records. We do have a greenhouse.
Small local greenhouse. A typical site in Nordson, it seems.
Nice little thing to have like inside your office. Never know when you want to pull off a fresh cucumber to munch on. What about this cactus? Yeah, cactuses are my kind of plant. I actually bought a cactus when I went to
I don't think I
college,
should go further north for the time being.
and that was over a decade ago, so it's still alive. So yeah, cactus is my type of plant. Can't go north. Let's go east. Or try to go east. It's a dude, and like it's Michelangelo. Okay, let's talk to this young man.
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me.
My inner thoughts and desires.
I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
There once was a man from Nantucket. Trust, no, order.
Order. Sorting my notes. Chaos.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
It's a random poetry dude. Let's take a look at our thingy again, and yeah, I think we're still moving the way towards analytics. We got some wind chimes.
Soothing sounds. And anatomically correct.
I'll take your word for it. We have a robot shop. Can we buy a robot? Because that would be spectacular.
Howdy, Pilgrim, and welcome to Walter's Bot Emporium. Novelty bionics, pet androids, robotic companions, we've got them all.
Hi there. I'm Special Agent Vera Anthony.
Ooh, here to solve the murders, right? What? Did Pop spill some oil when he moved my joints this morning? I told you to keep my chassis clean in case it chicks.
Crying out loud, Nissa. Just let the police lady ask her questions.
Oh, great. The ventriloquist act.
Okay, so he's voicing the robot.
Fine, you caught me. The man with the blue hat is just a puppet that I'm cunningly controlling with a set of strings.
That's a gosh darn lie.
Gosh darn
I'm
it.
fully steam powered.
Who isn't? Okay. That's nasty. Silliness, inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some question. Yeah, I think that's kind of the steadfast route. Also, it kind of sounds like Deckard Cain, so I'm kind of wondering if he's going to bring up Diablo at some point.
This is inappropriate behavior, citizen. I have some questions about the recent murders.
Sure thing, officer. Just keep in mind that all of these are just harmless automatons. There's no
Automatons? I'd never heard of automatons.
I'm not here to report illicit technology.
Maybe it's not automatons, so maybe it's a whole different word.
All right, then shoot.
I don't know.
I mean, ask away.
Alright, Walter, let's ask him about
So,
himself.
what can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, well, what you see is what you get.
Stay a while and listen.
Oh, quiet, you little rascal. What I am is a tinkerer, a craftsman, a father of machines. I cherish building them. I adore putting them on display. And I especially love talking to them.
I've noticed. So how long have you been building robots?
3 days.
Oh, ever since I was a boy. I grew up over at the junkyard. The place was cramped with old discarded robots.
That's how I protect myself from Diablo.
So, I decided to befriend these machines instead.
Maha.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Yep, I work with her from time to time. Some of my handiwork can be seen in her exhibitions.
Ah, they got some robots in there.
Yeah, I assembled them from parts I found in the junkyard. Or the bot cemetery, as I like to call it. Sometimes I feel more like an archaeologist than a mechanic.
Got it. So
He's
do you have any
actually
idea
a
who killed Maya?
retired Dr. Wiley.
Ooh, I got a theory.
No, Nissa, it wasn't the big war robot in the main exhibit.
After Mega Man took him down, his life went really downhill.
It could easily rip people to pieces, or buildings for that matter.
I know because I built it, Nissa. It's totally harmless.
I don't buy it, Pops. It's got red eyes. That's a
That
telltale
is true,
sign
the
of
whole
a
red
bunch
eyes
of
thing. I've seen at least one sci-fi movie where that's true.
But I have no reason to believe anyone would want to kill her.
Pops calling others odd. Now that's a joke that requires no.
Man, this guy is kind of brutal on
Walter,
himself.
Try to focus on the subject matter, please.
Please, Walter.
What's your opinion on Stina Ruth, the councilwoman?
A politician? Me and those kinds of people run in quite different circles, to say the least.
I run in more of an oblong circle.
What's your opinion on Anderson, the police pharmacist?
Mr. Anderson.
Like a reasonable man to me. But
He
then
would
again,
help me
I
against
tend
the
not to be
forces of
involved in,
Diablo.
You know, crime.
Sorry, I've been playing Diablo 3 recently. Deckard Cain. I'm pretty sure like Deckard Cain brings up Diablo
anything about
like in
what
casual
you said
conversation
about
all the
Oscar?
time, just so I can say
I
Diablo.
hardly even knew the guy.
What's your opinion on Gabriel, the policeman?
He's an asshole.
Whoa.
That's what.
Nissa thinks that guy is robophobic.
Oh man, those robophobes.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
Yeah, friendly guy. Came here buying spare parts every now and then.
Spare parts? Like what?
All sorts. Filters, tubes, nuts and bolts, various electrical gizmos.
Any idea what the parts were for?
Wouldn't say, but I'm pretty sure whatever it was, it had fluid in it. Maybe a
Ooh,
water
quote unquote
system, a
fluid.
pump, something like that.
All those parts laying around, but do I ever get a working left arm, Pops? No, you'd rather let some carpenter assemble a goddamn aquarium.
I could replace Mr. Limpy with a water gun if you prefer.
Man, soon you'll even let the kids paint a clown face on me again.
With a water gun for an arm, at least you could spray yourself clean afterwards.
And clean yourself from sin of Diablo. Do you know where saffron is, my friend?
Do you happen to know where saffron is grown in Woodson?
No clue. Ask Rolf, maybe.
What's a
Who's
Rolf?
that?
The gardener, head honcho. He's usually out and about somewhere in town.
Oh, okay. I'll go look for him later.
Okay, so
I'm off. See ya.
Take care.
nothing else there. Maybe he will recognize the bloody photo.
It's a bloody photograph of Carl and a young woman. He's holding... She's wearing...
Oh yeah, I gotta click and drag. I think they have this game on mobile as well, so the inventory has a click and drag system.
Do you recognize this young couple?
Just the man, Carl Oscarson. And see who his lady friend is.
You want some molding resin?
I don't think he'd be...
No. Okay. Whoa, that robot just waved. Can we talk to our young... Nope, nope. All right, let's go back to the town square. Can we go north yet?
I don't think I should go further north for the time being. Sure, Carl's mystery woman likely lives up there, but I need more to go on.
Okay, randomly wandering around is not going to happen, so let's go to the clinic. Ooh, big plant. Better touch it.
Happy looking plant.
A door. Better touch it.
Locked.
It's the elevator from the Big Bang Theory. All right, hello, nurse.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent Angle.
I get injured a lot, so be prepared to patch me up.
To have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Downstairs on your right.
Great, thanks.
All right, let's go to the morgue. And there isn't an adventure game in existence where there's a mortician who isn't a little bit off kilter.
Sorry about the delay. I was in
Especially in the police quest games.
Hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say.
Here, let me move her mouth. I'm a dead person.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, can't hide things anymore. Not for me.
Not for me. My fingers go everywhere. I agree. These people these days must prove themselves trustworthy. Sure, you feel that way. I think they're sincere. And that's why we need ways to tell what someone's hiding. Again, I'm just going to assume that the bottom one is the analytical one.
Psychology isn't really my field of expertise.
That's fine. You can leave that part to me. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure, go right ahead.
Doctor Person.
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Do you know where saffron is grown in Woodson?
Gotta get the important questions out of the way. I need saffron. I have a cooking
What
project.
are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, two of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murder. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2,300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay. Let's just ask him about a bunch of random stuff, because that's how adventure games do.
Did you know Carl Oscarson?
No. When I heard he was murdered, I didn't even recognize his name. I had to check my records to realize that I'd treated him. To be fair, I had no patience. But he must have been cursed with one of those awfully forgettable faces.
Alright. Anything out of the ordinary in his medical history?
Sorry.
The man had a huge ego.
Keep it vague.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. I can't do much on this file.
No. Thanks.
Gabriel.
Your average policeman. I have no strong opinion about him one way or the other.
Okay, Mr. Neutrality.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help you. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
What do you think of Commissary Anderson?
I think he does a fine job. He's been instrumental in making sure that I can work under such good conditions.
Yeah, this place is surprisingly well equipped. Definitely on par with our facilities in the city. What do you think of Stina Lee, the councilor?
She can be quite an unpleasant woman. I can't say I've enjoyed my few interactions with her.
Did you know Maya String?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. Quite an intellect out of her.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share with me.
Well, during the autopsy I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell us?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Got it. Thanks.
Huh. Interesting.
What's your opinion on Volter, the robot?
Oh, he's a bundle of laughs, isn't he? Sometimes he helps me out at the clinic when I need to calm down.
He tells them stories about Diablo.
Robot is an amazing tool. First, the child helps me treat Nissa, and afterwards, I treat the child.
And then Nissa treats me.
Playful space makes them much more at ease.
What can you tell me about yourself, though?
Oh, me? I suppose I would qualify as a workaholic. Most of my time is spent here.
I just like being in the morgue. You know, it's a fun place to hang out.
16 years now, I believe?
Yeah, he's more of a general doctor, but
Yes. But we have good relations with the other settlements. We collaborate through resources when necessary.
okay. Do you know anything about molding resin?
Ever use something like this?
I haven't, no.
What about this bloody photo?
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the clothing.
Okay, so I think we are done
Any
here.
questions for now?
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here.
It's walking by
Come back
itself.
today. I should be able to tell you something about it.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, so let's haul out our forensic scanner. And first let's do a smart scan on the body. Kind of lines up with everything else we've learned. Let's see if the blade shape matches up with the other murder. Oh, that does match. How surprising. Seems like there's a connection here. Right. Well, we have a furnace and ash collector. I don't think we need to do anything with that. I would like this scalpel though. I'm just gonna grab this. Because you never know.
This might be useful.
You know, I'm a secret agent. It's not like I would carry around like a pocket knife or anything useful like that. So I have to do some minor pilfering from the medical institution. So I think that's a good stopping point. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you like what you saw, think about liking the video. Think about subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time. Take care and have yourself a great day.